Life is short, and yet most people treat time like pocket change, spending it mindlessly and then being shocked when the wallet feels empty. But here's the truth. Time is the only currency you can never earn back. And unlike your bank account, there are no overdraft fees, just regret. Shifting your mindset from getting through the day to actually designing your day is the real game changer. Now, this might surprise you, but the truth is, productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Goals aren't about looking impressive on paper. They're about giving direction to your energy. Vision and focus aren't buzzwords. They're the steering wheel and gas pedal for a life that doesn't just happen, but is intentionally built. Here's another wild truth. Success isn't about squeezing 400 tasks into your calendar. It's about building personal growth brick by brick, making choices that align with your vision, and having the guts to say no to distractions that don't serve you. So, if you've ever felt like time is slipping away while you're still stuck in neutral, this is your wake-up call. The following lessons will show you how to make every moment count, stop drifting, start steering, and actually create momentum toward a life you'll look back on with pride instead of oops. Lesson 1. The time paradox. The strange thing about time is how slippery it feels. When you're 5 years old, summer vacation seems like it stretches forever, like you could live an entire childhood between June and August. Fast forward to adulthood, and suddenly summer feels shorter than the time it takes for your Amazon order to arrive. Psychologists Philip Zimbardo and John Boyd refer to this phenomenon as the time paradox, explaining how our perception of time changes with age. As we grow older, our brains tend to compress experiences, causing years to feel like months and months to feel like weeks. It's as if someone quietly pressed fast forward on your life without asking permission. But here's the hope. You can hack this illusion. Neuroscientist David Eagleman explains that novelty expands our sense of time because the brain pays more attention when something feels new. This is why childhood summers felt endless. Everything was fresh, and every day was full of discovery. Adults lose that sense because we fall into routines, living the same day on repeat. New experiences, a hobby, travel, even trying sushi for the first time, stretch time by forcing your brain to actually notice life again. If you want life to feel longer, richer, and more meaningful, stop living on autopilot. Seek novelty. Pay attention. Don't just count the years. Make the years count. Lesson 2. Busy versus productive. Here's the difference between busy and productive. Busy people have calendars that look like a game of Tetris gone wrong, while productive people actually achieve results. Being busy is like sprinting on a hamster wheel. Being productive is like running on a road that takes you somewhere worthwhile. However, most of us often confuse the two because busyness can feel important. You're answering emails. You're in meetings. You're multitasking. Surely that means you're crushing it, right? Wrong. You're just practicing high-level professional flailing. The fix is the deathbed test. When you're 120 years old, looking back on your life, will you care that you answered that one Slack message at 11 p.m.? Nope. Instead, you'll care about the meaningful things. Relationships, accomplishments that mattered, contributions that left a mark. Use that test now, not later. Another hack is the to-list strategy. Write down everything you think you need to do. Then divide it into 2 lists. Urgent versus important. Urgent is usually someone else's priority. Things on the important list are what actually drive your goals and vision. Therefore, focus on the important items list, and you'll see that your productivity will skyrocket. Before we dive into the next lesson, please listen. I'm not saying subscribing is true love, but it's pretty close. I'm down on one knee here. Will you do me the honor of hitting that subscribe button? Don't worry, no in-laws included, just great productivity and self-development videos, and maybe a few of my grandpa's jokes. Also, if you find value in this video, even if just a little, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. Let's grow beyond limits together. Thank you, my friend. Now let's continue. Lesson 3. Relationships are your real net worth. People often think wealth is measured in dollars, but in reality, it's measured in relationships. Your life is essentially one big emotional bank account, and every interaction is either a deposit or a withdrawal. For instance, a kind word, a genuine compliment, or sending that thinking of you text, deposit. Forgetting someone's birthday for the 3rd year in a row, withdrawal. Ghosting a friend because Netflix released another season of your favorite show, major withdrawal. The trick is recognizing that it's not grand gestures that count most. Sure, buying your friend a car would be nice, but shooting them a quick "good luck on your interview today" might actually mean more. Small daily deposits build trust and connection, while big rare gestures can't cover for neglect. And let's not ignore weak ties. Your casual acquaintances, that friend of a friend, or even the guy you only see at the gym, can sometimes be more valuable than your closest circle. They bring you new perspectives, unexpected opportunities, and doors you didn't even know existed. Research shows that weak ties often lead to job opportunities or collaborations. Investing in relationships isn't just about being nice. It takes a strategic approach. People open doors, not algorithms. People give support when life falls apart. People celebrate with you when it all works out. Build both deep bonds and wide connections. Because at the end of your life, your bank account may not matter, but your emotional bank account definitely will. Lesson 4. Master your emotions before they master you. Here's the thing about emotions. They're like toddlers with crayons. Leave them unsupervised, and they'll scribble all over your career, your relationships, and your peace of mind. Success isn't just about having the best strategy or the sharpest skills. It's about emotional control. As Daniel Goleman explains in Emotional Intelligence, our ability to manage emotions often matters more than raw intellect when it comes to achieving real success. Because let's be honest, all the focus tricks and productivity hacks in the world collapse if you keep blowing up every time stress knocks on your door. One powerful tool is what neuroscientist Jill Bolte Taylor calls the 90-second rule, as described in her book, My Stroke of Insight. Science shows that emotions spike like a wave, but typically pass within about a minute and a half, if you don't feed them. That means when anger hits, you don't have to send that passive-aggressive text or throw your laptop across the room. Instead, you pause, breathe, and let the chemical storm in your brain settle. Think of it like surfing. You don't fight the wave, and you definitely don't let it pull you under. You ride it, steady and patient, knowing it will pass. Viktor Frankl wrote in Man's Search for Meaning that between stimulus and response lies our freedom. That 90-second gap is where strength, clarity, and growth live. Master that, and you stop being a victim of your moods and start becoming the author of your own life. Lesson 5. Focus is the new superpower. In a world overflowing with buzzing notifications, dopamine-chasing apps, and cat videos that somehow turn a 5-minute break into a 3-hour TikTok rabbit hole, focus isn't just important, it's survival. We like to think success is about talent or IQ, but as Cal Newport argues in Deep Work, the real winners are the ones who can sit down, tune out the noise, and concentrate longer than a goldfish. And since the average attention span today hovers just below that of said goldfish, that's not exactly a high bar, but it is a crucial one. Deep work is your unfair advantage. It's that almost magical state where your brain catches fire, and what normally takes 8 hours gets done in 2. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi described this as flow in his groundbreaking book, and it's in those states of undistracted focus that masterpieces are created, businesses are built, and careers skyrocket. But here's the catch. You can't get there if your phone is pinging like a casino slot machine every 3 minutes. Those notifications aren't harmless. They're productivity vampires, slowly bleeding your energy and momentum. The antidote is simple, but not easy. Start with the one big thing rule, famously echoed in Gary Keller's The One Thing. Each day, identify the single most important task that actually moves your life forward, and do it before emails, scrolling, or reacting to the world's chaos. Multitasking? Forget it. Neuroscience proves that every switch drains your brain's battery, while one thing at a time done well creates unstoppable momentum. Lesson 6. Resilience beats perfection. If life were a video game, perfectionists would be the players who keep restarting the level because they missed one coin. Meanwhile, resilient people stumble, fall, get hit by a flying turtle shell, and still manage to win. Guess who actually finishes the game? Perfection sounds noble, but it's really just fear in disguise. You're so scared of failing that you never start, or worse, you start and never finish. Resilience, on the other hand, is messy, gritty, and unglamorous. It's about getting knocked down and saying, well, that sucked, but let's do it again. The secret is detachment from outcomes. Failure isn't fatal, it's feedback. Every mistake is a data point. Every setback is just a plot twist in your story, not the ending. People who thrive aren't those who avoid failure. They're the ones who bounce back faster than life can knock them down. Think of Thomas Edison. The guy didn't invent the light bulb on his first try. He failed thousands of times and still had the audacity to say, "I didn't fail, I just found 10,000 ways that didn't work." That's resilience in action. So ditch perfection. It's an illusion that will keep you paralyzed. Aim for progress. Every setback builds toughness, and toughness beats flawless every single time because life rewards those who keep showing up long after perfectionists have given up. Lesson 7. Relationships matter more than networking. Networking events usually mean forced small talk, cold coffee, fake smiles, and business cards that end up in the trash. The truth is that networking is overrated. Real success, both in life and in business, comes not from shallow exchanges, but from genuine relationships. As Keith Ferrazzi points out in Never Eat Alone, the most powerful connections are built not by asking, "What can you do for me?" but by investing in people without expecting anything in return. Networking is transactional, like a business deal that expires the moment the handshake ends. Relationships, however, are transformational. They grow, deepen, and shape your life over time. Brené Brown, in Daring Greatly, reminds us that genuine connection comes from vulnerability and authenticity, not polished elevator pitches. Nobody wants to be treated like a LinkedIn trophy, but everyone longs to feel seen, heard, and valued. The shift is simple. Stop trying to impress and start trying to connect. Ask meaningful questions. Listen with curiosity. Offer help without keeping score. Adam Grant in Give and Take shows how generosity is not just noble, but also strategic. Those who give first often end up building the strongest, most enduring networks. A single genuine conversation today could blossom into a collaboration, friendship, or opportunity years down the line. Networking dies when the event ends. Relationships live on, growing richer with time. Okay, listen to this fun fact. Statistics have shown that when viewers subscribe to a sound channel like mine, they prevent one YouTuber from an existential crisis. Therefore, if you find value in this video, even if just a little, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to our channel. Let's grow beyond limits together. We appreciate you. Thank you. Lesson 8. Gratitude is a power tool. Gratitude often gets dismissed as fluffy, positive vibes talk, but in reality, it's one of the most powerful mental performance tools on the planet. It doesn't just make you nicer, it rewires your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Here's the science. your brain can't focus on lack and abundance at the same time. When you practice gratitude, you literally shift your mental lens. Suddenly, setbacks feel smaller, progress feels bigger, and solutions start showing up where problems used to live rent-free. Consider this. Complaining is easy, but it changes nothing. Gratitude, on the other hand, builds resilience. If you can be grateful while struggling, you stop being defined by your struggle. That mindset doesn't just make you happier, it makes you unstoppable. Do you want a practical tip? Try the 3x3. Each night, write down 3 small wins, 3 things you're grateful for, and 3 opportunities for tomorrow. It takes 5 minutes, but it keeps your brain tuned to growth instead of scarcity. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means facing them with perspective. Instead of, why is this happening to me? It becomes, what can I learn and what's still good in my life while I figure this out? That shift changes everything. At the end of the day, gratitude is the ultimate productivity hack. Because when you feel blessed just to be in the game, you play harder, smarter, and with a lot more joy. And joy, my friend, is the real competitive advantage. So, there you have it. The essential lessons that show you how to make every moment count. We covered everything from building mental strength to dodging perfectionism, just like Neo in The Matrix, all the way to the underrated yet incredibly powerful habit of gratitude. If life handed out instruction manuals, this would be at least the quick start guide. But here's the deal. Knowing these lessons is useless if they just sit in your head gathering dust, because wisdom without action is just trivia. So what now? Pick one lesson, just one, and start applying it today. Focus like a laser. Build resilience by getting up one more time, then life knocks you down. Swap networking for real human connection. Or just start by writing down 3 things you're grateful for tonight. Small actions, big momentum. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. Consistency beats intensity. Showing up beats showing off. And a life lived with intention, even in small doses, always beats one lived on autopilot. Now go out there, live boldly, laugh at your own failures, and keep stacking these lessons like bricks. Before you know it, you'll have built something unstoppable in your best life. Now listen, if you find this information helpful, why keep it to yourself? Subscribe for more game-changing insights and share this with that friend who keeps saying they'll start tomorrow. You could be the angel they've been waiting for. Let's build a community of relentless learners and doers. Now go out there and make it happen. We believe in you. Thank you